Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Deniloth, and welcome to a game called Automation. This game is super cool. It essentially just lets you build cars from like the ground up, and the game is still in early access, and yeah, still constantly being worked on. I'm using the open beta, which is kind of further along than most of it, and it for the most part works really good. Being an open beta and being even further than that early access, there's bound to be some bugs. So I am actually doing this video. I am going to be trying to do a challenge from another YouTuber of a channel by the name of Twin Turbros. He puts out a subscriber challenge like every week, and so it kind of just gives you something grounded to do here. There's a bunch of rules and stuff. Great channel. I'd go check that out if you really love cars and are into video games and stuff. Now, at the end of this video, I will be hopping over to another game called BeamNG Drive, and that is a soft body physics car game where they actually made it so you can port your creations here from Automation over to that game. Super cool. Watch how your cars drive, crash. Crashing's a little weird because this game is actually it ports it as a unibody, so like none of these seams here open. However, that's not going to stop us. We'll get to see how it drives, crashes, and then I'm going to submit it for his challenge, and if it makes it in, be watching that to see how my car does there, because if records show, I've done it a couple times, they usually don't do very well. But they look great. I am good at designing the cars, but I have yet to figure out the mechanics of this game. Alright, anyway, let's hop into it. I will constantly, it'll be cut, but I'll constantly be checking back and forth with the rules just to make sure I have everything right, because you do have to follow those rules in order to get it in. But to start, I'm just gonna go with really basic stuff here. I really like that semi-trailing arm because if I recall, it's nice and cheap. Where's the protection, weight, comfort? Blah 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 blah. It doesn't have pricing on here. Anyway, price is always a big deal, but I don't know. I really like it. I think it makes cars just drive kind of funny, which is weird to say, but yeah. So we'll probably come back here at a later date. Now we're going to make a new engine. I don't have any names yet. I will by the end. So yeah. Alright, so we're gonna do a little, these are pony cars, so I'm going to do a nice little 60-degree V6. I'm just gonna keep it cast iron for now. Let's see if we can do 2 liters. Just, okay. 2501. That's good enough for me. We're gonna do push rod. This is 1975 challenge, and we're going to be doing rear wheel. So this engine could be bigger. I'm gonna keep it this size for now because this is supposed to be a budget pony car. We're just gonna keep it cast iron, no VDL. Cast iron, cast, and just pretty much make it all cast for now. We'll give it a slightly sporty cam profile, and we're gonna try a 10:1 compression to start. That will probably change later. Naturally aspirated, because I think that's required. Now 1975, we're gonna have a carburetor on it because that's really what they had. Cadillac converter is required. No mufflers are required on the other hand, I might just do... I'm just gonna do a single baffled right now. Oh, okay, so it's having all kinds of problems. Let's see. Try lowering compression, ignition timing, and its RPM limits. Let's head over ignition timing. Yeah, it's producing 9 horsepower right now. That's not what we want to see. Compression, that's over here. So get that normal. Almost there. So ignition timing can go down more as well. There we go. Alright, so that RPM is still a bit high, so we're gonna bring that down so we don't have that valve float anymore, which is right there. That drop off's fine. And now I'm just gonna tweak it to try and get some horsepower more than 82 out of this thing, because that's kind of ludicrous. So just gonna Alright, 85 seems to be what our max is, and then I'll have it at about 5.7 red line. So I don't know why this thing's just not producing horsepower. I wonder if it's limited by anything. Let me give a quick check. And I'm actually going to switch these things over here to just the cheapest stuff, because this thing needs to be real cheap. Okay, so I see what's going on here. Our power is being directly limited by... Oh, we're up to 88 horsepower. Alright. Let's see what else we can do with this thing. Alright. Ooh, that's not what I want. Basically just gonna kind of tweak things until I want over 100 horsepower in this thing. I mean, it is a pony car after all. I want some sort of get up and go in it, I don't want it to suck completely. You know, it probably will, but here's to hoping. 94, and that's just going down from there. Alright, so 95, see 95, 95, 95, 95, there we go. 96, 97, oh, 97, actually aspirated, looks like 97's a max there. Dual exhaust, what does that bump it to? Just over 100. Okay. Yeah, that actually changes a lot. Exhaust diameter bumps it up a little. Alright. I think we're gonna stick with that for now. Could probably be better, but I just don't really, like I said, not super great at this game. Has a weird sounding engine, but you know, it is all in the name of science. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm having a horrible time trying to make this thing meet these requirements. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually get some help on it, and I'll get back on it with the design and everything as soon as it's back to me. Not necessarily what I want to do with it, but it's kind of my only option at this point. Alright, so I am going, so this is the Colorado 3, and inside it's got the Colt 37 3.7 engine in it. So it's, you know, nothing to really scream at. I mean, it is a budget pony car during, you know, 1975. 130 miles per hour top speed. It's not bad. About 0 to 60 in 10 seconds. That's actually not too shabby at all for a car like this. And the one thing that I was able to get some help on it, one thing I just couldn't really do is it can't have power steering, which is really funny for how much it weighs, because it is almost 3,000 pound car. So this will be very interesting to see how it drives in BeamNG. What I'm going to do is, real quick, I'm going to send it over for the competition, and then I'm going to show you guys how this thing handles in BeamNG. Alright, so here we are in BeamNG, and it actually looks pretty good. I decided on the name, I realized I didn't let you guys know. I decided on the name the Condor 3. Or Colorado. I'm sorry, not the Condor. The Condor is another model that looks very similar to this, from the same company, so that's, you know, not confusing at all. Anyway, I think it actually looks pretty good in BeamNG. We're going to take it on the quarter mile here, just see how it is. I'm going to give it a little bit of a launch. And it's going. It's running. you know, it's not the worst. 17, yeah, we're gonna retry then, just max rev it and see how this goes. A little better. Let's take it to free roam, just see how it does on the track. A little bit. Actually, not too terrible. That lack of power steering I thought was going to be a bigger deal in the transfer. Lost the license plate, but that's all. Oh, nice. It can burn out in dirt. That's something. Alright. It seems to be doing actually pretty good, and like that's coming from someone that is using a keyboard and mouse to drive right now, and I'm horrible at keyboard and mouse, so this handles a lot better than I expected to. You know, it spins out a lot, but oh, look at, no, not, oh, okay. There was some semblance of a recovery there for a second, and then I just lost it. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. Let's see how it looks in red now. Not super great, but hey. Alright, we're just gonna see how this thing does. Sorry, it's a little laggy. Yeah, my frame rate is not really liking this one. Sometimes just automation cars, when loaded into a map on BeamNG, for some reason it just, no matter what you do, it's just gonna be super, drop your frame rate and quality a lot. And it's not like it's the cars or the transfer that's doing it, because they'll be fine on different maps. It's just sometimes some maps. Alright. Oh, Bolsawal. It's still okay. Somehow. The Colorado is still okay. Ooh, that did not sound good. Just before the jump, it spins out. Whoa. Alright, let's see if we can hit this jump and actually make it. I don't think we're gonna make it. We're not making it. Stop. Ooh. See if I can get this engine out. These automation engines really, there's something that just like ties it to the car, and it really doesn't like coming out. But yeah, there's that. So I don't know entirely what any scheduling or anything is going to be. Haven't worked any of that out yet. I'm going to try and post fairly consistently though. So I will see you guys in the next episode, and don't forget, stay frosty.